Hey, everybody. This is your daily dose of all things royal. Kate sets the record straight. And of course, we have that evil little cloud chasing goblin staring in the corner there. Could it be the PR team of a certain duo here in the United States behind this particular article? Catherine's faced criticism for more than 2 decades now, but it's getting harder to keep calm and carry on. While she isn't the type of person to go off, Catherine is at her wits' end. She's tired of all the lies, says a royal source, explaining that on top of the latest accusations, it hurts that she's been called everything from a bully to a social climber to a scorned wife. Though she'd never go public with her feelings like Harry and Meghan have done in TV interviews, a Netflix docuseries, and a memoir, the source adds. She's been confiding in friends about what's really happened. She wants to set the record straight. Now, anybody believe this tripe? Seriously, all the things that have been labeled on Catherine are exactly what had been labeled on Meghan. So, who do you think this article came from? Also, let's talk about this book that's coming up in November called Endgame by Ahmed Scabies. Let's not forget that there's going to be some bombshells in there, and I wouldn't doubt that this is all starting to tee up for the release of this book. I will bet and put money on this that we're going to find little parts of this book in which they might allude to Catherine being a racist and a bully and all the things that they're setting this up to be. Watch. This is what I'm predicting is going to happen.
Now, when you plant a seed that is so hateful, what it can grow into. I mean, just a couple days ago.
But the book's available in a number of languages, and unfortunately, I can't speak Dutch, so I haven't seen the copy for myself. But if there have been any translation errors, I'm sure the publishers got it under control. For me, I edited and wrote the English version. There's never been a version that I've produced that has names in it.
Hello, my gorgeous, good looking friends. Today, I feel a bit angry at what I'm seeing online and what has gone on. I would like to know why the palace won't step up and condemn this and take legal action. So, online, this has been now going viral, in which the second royal racist has been named. And you guessed it, as predicted, as I said last month, that there was a beginning of a smear campaign of William and Catherine, specifically Catherine, because Meghan is so petty and jealous. So, right now, the journalists in the Netherlands who had discovered the first name of the royal racist in the book that was published in Dutch has now revealed that Catherine's name was listed as the second royal racist. Now, I'm in the United States. The UK cannot name this, but I can because we have freedom of speech and our First Amendment. So I'm sharing with you what is being said right now. And I find it disgusting that this was all planned. This was not an accident. And it's clear that they chose the Netherlands to go ahead and drop this little seed for it to exacerbate as it is right now in spiraling out of control, tarnishing Princess Catherine's reputation. Scobie is 100% lying about this. I'm not even going to give it a 99.9999 on it. He's 100% lying about it because no translator would go ahead and put in Charles's name out of the blue in a translation error. This is the most ridiculous excuse somebody could give here on this. And then all of a sudden, coincidentally, the second royal racist's name. This was all planned. It was all staged, and they deliberately chose the Netherlands to go ahead and do this because the libel laws are light over there. I find this woman repugnant, and I think William now needs to take her to court and sue her. This is defamation, libel, slander, and the repeated attacks on the family's reputation and brand most definitely is costing the firm money as a result of this. She has now stirred up more hate online with the anti-monarchists who are now flying this news all over social media. Meghan Markle has gone too far now because the hatred that's now being drummed up by her minions and gaslighting the public is putting a target on the backs of not only Catherine, but also those children who are the future of the monarchy. The evil that these people bring to this to this poor family needs to be called out. William needs to take some type of action and sue the pants off of not only Scobie, but Meghan Markle herself for the damage that she has caused and the infliction of pain onto the family. It's time now to put a stop to this. Enough is enough. So, of course, the Sussex Terror Squad has been activated with Pagan Trelawney, one of the head squaddies, kicking off with saying, let's keep it all the way real. Having concerns about how black M's child might look doesn't come as a surprise to anyone. Trying to find the one that had biased concerns when it would be far quicker to find the one that didn't. Now, here is where this woman injects a level of hatred and unnecessary drama by saying, Piers recently warned Harry that the family might seek to unalive him. Oh, really? Where is that stated by Piers? So now these psychotic people are throwing out the fact that the family now will be after Meghan and Harry, right? They are creating the scenario to make sure, or at least to give credence to history repeating itself. Because, of course, Meghan wants to be Diana 2.0. And you know what? What better way than to show that the firm is actively trying to get rid of her, and there's no evidence of any of that. But of course, these idiots are now feeding into Meghan's evil plan by creating this to bring down the monarchy. I'm sorry, but Meghan, you are an evil, evil witch. And I hope to God you end up in jail someday because this is dangerous. Look at the seed that Meghan's squad, a squad that Meghan backs and supports, has planted. Pagan Trelawney writes, Piers Morgan warning Harry that the royals might end up murdering him is hardly original. Even Harry's mother wrote a letter about the royal family wanting her dead, and conveniently for them, that happened not too long after. But it does say something about what he really thinks of the royal family. Followed up by this tweet, one thing I've summarized from everything I've seen over the past few years is that the royal household never really accepted Meghan as a fellow human being, and that trickled down to their friends in the media and their supporters in the public. The unconscious bias runs very deep. You see, they're following the script now of using unconscious bias instead of accusing the family of being racist. What I also notice is there's talking about now seeding this idea of Harry now unaliving himself. What did I say early on? I said it's going to get to a point where Meghan's going to push Harry over the edge. She will not allow Harry to go back to his family. That is for sure. So either he stays with her in misery or she's going to drive him to a point where he unalives himself in some kind of overdose, in which I will bet Meghan and Doria will be there to provide all his needs in order to do that. And wait for it, then Meghan will have her tell all in which she will play the Diana card by saying, oh, yeah, I always knew that the royal family planted spies and we had been followed, following the same script of Diana, in which Diana had felt paranoid around the firm actually trying to bump her off. I believe that she will use this same narrative and apply it to herself once, let's say, there is some type of separation, whether it be by Harry's unaliving himself or concoct this divorce narrative in which we will see her officially turn on Harry in the public. We know that Meghan most likely will follow in the footsteps of Amber Heard and release video of Harry in compromising situations, whether he be violent or on drugs and high and doing crazy stuff. But she's going to paint a narrative in which she is going to make it look like it's unsafe for him to be with these invisible children and request a whole shitload of money. I also think, too, that there will be some blackmailing going on. Part of the reason why Harry hasn't left yet, most likely, is because this woman has damning information on him. And of course, this is going to play into the hand when Meghan negotiates her exit package in securing security for a lifetime for her and the children. She will claim the Diana card by saying, oh, there are spies everywhere, and I know that they're out to get me, blah, blah, blah. in which she will manipulate the family in order to getting this cost provided for her. Look, the world hates Meghan Markle, but at this point, nobody cares about her. We just want her to just go live a peaceful life and go away. But here's the thing, folks. The royal family is partly to blame for this. They should have cut the head of the snake off from the very beginning and pulled those titles away and removed Harry as well as his name on that website. They are no longer working for the royal family, and what they have done has been treasonous against the king and also the late queen. At what point is Charles going to step up and say, enough is enough? Personally, I don't think he will do it, but I think now is the time for William to defend his family and put them first and take legal action against Scobie, the publishers, and Meghan Markle. Because all of this would not have been happening if this woman was put in her place from the very beginning. How much more is the family going to have to take? How much more is the UK going to have to take? How much more is the world going to have to take with this constant gaslighting and fueling hatred and divisiveness? Is it going to get to a point where somebody gets hurt in order for them to take some kind of action? Pull the names off the website, strip them of the titles, and make it clear that they are no longer a part of the family, and be done with it. Right now, with all this, oh, olive branch here, olive branch there, look, the tree is fucking dead. There's no more branches to be given. They've been given enough already, and it's time to cut them loose. Enough is enough.
But I do believe that Meghan is writing her book.
Right.
I do believe that will eventually come out. That's how that will be their meal ticket when the Netflix money goes. And that'll be a huge sensation because Meghan has, what she says will be damning of the royal family, very difficult. And that's why I've always felt that King Charles and the Cambridges have not handled this properly. They should be much more on the front foot. They should actually condemn the lies and the rest that are put out in these sort of books.
I could not agree with this sentiment more. But what do you guys think? Definitely leave your thoughts below. As always, I will be back with more content. But until then, please be safe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
It was such a fraud.